My name is Sultan, and I believe in you. I believe that there is greatness within you, and I believe that you are more capable than you even know. And I believe that if you are facing down bullying, if you've been harassed, if you've been treated poorly in your life, that is not the extent of your life. That there is something better out there. That there is something wonderful waiting for you out there in the world. And that you're not a victim. You are exceptional. You have fundamentally amazing qualities inside of yourself. You can do things that you didn't even know were possible. And you can become a person you never even knew that you could become. How do I know this? Because inside of my own life, I have faced down extensive bullying. I have faced down things that would gall you, that would shock you. When I was very young, my family moved to a new school district. And when I was at this new school district, I was the only person of my race, of my ethnicity, and of my religion. And as a result of that, I was picked on because I was different. Because I didn't fit into the milieu. I didn't fit into what everyone else was and what they were doing. And as a result of it, every single day when I went to school, I would get shoved. I would get pushed, spit upon, and I would be told terrible things about how I didn't matter. And as difficult as that was, I would go home to my house, and my family was from another country that believed in corporal punishment. They believed that it was okay to be abusive towards your children. And I would not only get beat up at school, but I would come home and I would get beat up again. I've had things happen to me like my ribs being cracked by a parent, by your orbital socket being damaged, and by my nose breaking. And as terrible as this all was, I tried to find refuge and escape. I would leave out, and I tried spending time with my brother. And as I was spending time with my brother, he had a roommate who was much older than me. I was about 14 or 15 at the time. And as I spent time there, she took advantage of me. I was just a young child. So imagine you're facing down physical abuse at school, verbal abuse. You come home, it's the exact same thing. And now you're facing down sexual assault and abuse. And you're just trying to find hope and somewhere safe. Now that can be challenging. And it can be something that can be enough to drive you almost crazy. But here's what I'm telling you, that even if you're facing down any of those things, that there's greatness within you. That you are so unbelievably awesome, not only of what you can become, but the way that you are now. That who you are is strong enough. That who you are is worthy of love, is worthy of happiness, and that you can have the joy and all the things that you want. How do you go about doing that? How do you become the person who can persevere beyond that? It goes back to what I said before. You are not a victim. You are better than that. You are a person who can transcend this. And the very first thing that you need to do is you need to constantly bathe your mind in the light of positivity. Well, what does that mean? That means following, watching, reading, doing something every single day that changes the way that you look at yourself, that interrupts all of those negative thoughts. Because the biggest thing that bullying does is it robs us of our confidence. It robs us of our self-esteem. And it robs us of our ability to see ourselves as something more than all those terrible things that we're hearing and all those wounds. So if you start to listen to things that uplift you, that make you feel awesome, what's going to happen is it's going to slowly nudge you in the right direction. It's going to disrupt all of those things that you heard. And as you start to feel better, you will treat yourself better. And you will start to realize that I don't deserve to be treated like this. That there is something better out there for me. And that I not only deserve respect, but it's coming to me. And I can command that in my life. In addition to listening to things that are super positive, just like this message right now, that make you feel better about yourself, You've got to discover and find what your dream is. What is that thing that you're exceptional at? What is that thing that you truly excel at? That you can become better than everybody else at? Because there is something that is unique about you. There is nobody else in the world that has your unique ideas, your talents, your skills, your personality, and your experiences. And because of that, you can do something totally different than everybody else. And as you do that, here's what it's going to do. You're going to build towards something bigger and better out there. And what does that mean? That means you'll gain confidence inside of yourself. That means you'll learn to do things and not only do it, but to excel at it, to become better every single day. That progress, seeing yourself getting better and better at something is going to change how you feel about yourself, how you treat yourself, and the things that you want to do. Because you'll discover, if I can do something really awesome over here, maybe I can be awesome over here as well. That confidence and strength will translate to other things. And you'll be more adventurous. You'll be more brave. You'll want to try those things. Because what happens with bullying is, not only is it a lack of confidence, but we start to play it safe. We become so fearful and afraid of wanting to try new or different things, or we start to believe that that's what we deserve. And because of that, all we're trying to do is shelter ourselves away from the storm, to hide, and to protect ourselves. While protecting yourself is really important, the worst thing that can happen is it locks you, it binds you, and it keeps you where you're at. You don't want to try new things. You don't want to do new things because they're scary and they're afraid. Think of any hero that you've ever seen inside of your favorite movie. When they go to face the adversity and danger, when they first start out, they have nothing. They don't have the equipment that they need, they don't have the tools that they need, and they certainly don't have the strength. But here's what happens. The more that they start to go out and face off against the danger, the more that they start to put themselves out there, they start to find the things that they need. The right people start to come into their lives. The right tool, the right armor. And pretty soon, they're able to face down the adversity. And you can do the exact same thing inside of your own life. When I was younger and I was being bullied, I found a lot of peace and calm inside of playing video games. So because of that, I started to get really good at video games. And as a result of that, I wanted to learn more and more. That became a natural spark, a natural interest for me. And because of that, because I knew all these things about games, I used to talk to people at school about them. And some of the other kids said, hey, that's pretty cool, you know about that. Well, I'd like to sit down and talk with you about that. And pretty soon, you're making relationships, you're building friendships. And that's another really important thing that happens inside of bullying, is that in order to circumvent it, in order to overcome it, what you must do is you must focus on building those relationships and building allies, because there are people out there that not only like you, but who care about you, who want to see the best for you, and who know you can do so much more. As you start to build those relationships, here's what's going to happen. You're going to discover that not only do they like you, but they'll support you, and they know other people. So oftentimes, the biggest allies can be your friends. It's the way that they start to tell other people, hey, leave him alone. Hey, leave her alone. You know what, she's actually cool, or she's with me. You start to get that protection inside of there. And that's the biggest thing, is that it increases your confidence in yourself, your ability, and also the relationships that you have. Go after friends that truly care about you, people that truly want to see the best for you, and that truly have your back. Because the more that you do that, not only will the safer that you'll be, but you'll be happier. Because now you know you have real relationships. And because you build those strengths, because you learn how to develop those relationships, now you can transfer that to other people, and you can broaden your circle. And pretty soon, you're not just the scared person who's trying to hide away, the one that was a target. Pretty soon, you're a person that can go into any situation, handle it. And when the bullies face off against you, your friends are going to stick up for you. But more importantly, you're going to stand up for yourself. Because you're going to realize that the things that they say about you, they're not true. But what is true is that you're wonderful, that you're phenomenal, that you've got great ideas, great talents, great skills, and that the world can start to see that. So imagine you're listening to things every day that make you feel good about yourself. Imagine you're surrounding yourself with people that believe in you, that nurture you, that like you. And imagine that you're doing something every day where you feel better about yourself. How much stronger could you be? How much better could you be? Reach for more and do more, because you are more. You've got those qualities inside of yourself. You've got those wonderful abilities and traits. Now, the question was often posed to me, what about things like cyberbullying? What about things like catfishing? What even about things like revenge porn? Now, those are really difficult topics, and this can be super challenging, and I understand that. Bullying doesn't always just happen face-to-face. Sometimes it can happen behind your back and online. Here's the biggest thing. The things that they're saying about you, they're not true. So if you can, inside of those instances, of course, contact your parents, tell your teachers, let them know about those things. And if you need to, of course, take it to the police, because you need to safeguard and to protect yourself. But here's the other thing. Make sure you're using the little simple things like blocking people out that you don't want to have contact with, that you don't want to see those things, limiting their access to it, and also staying away from those kind of people. Because people that really like you, that really care about you, they'll never do these things. They'll stay completely away from it. Be mindful about the things that you're posting. Just post things that make you feel good, that make you feel strong about yourself. And take a second. Maybe this thing isn't the best thing to post. Maybe it isn't the right Instagram to place out there. But if you give yourself time to feel, is this right for me? And you'll know. That's the whole thing. You're smart enough, you're capable enough, and you've got really good judgment inside of yourself. So take a second and just look at it. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I'm telling you that you have the capacity, you have the wherewithal, and the intelligence to do the right thing for you. Trust your gut. It will guide you inside of there, and it will help you know the way. And the more that you listen to your heart and your intuition, the better off you'll be. Then you'll know that maybe I shouldn't say this thing in front of this person. Maybe I should wait until I'm with my friends before really revealing how I feel about something. And maybe posting it online, maybe I won't even remember about it in a day or two, so it's not worth it. But you're worth it. You're worth having a life where you feel like things are getting better, where you realize that good things are supposed to happen to you, that you should expect amazing things every single day, and where you deserve all of the happiness in the world. You are more than you realize. Bullying strips us away of our confidence, of our faith in ourselves, and it causes us doubt. And oftentimes those injuries, those words, and those strikes, well, they can last with us for a very long time. But the thing that no one ever tells you is that you can get past it. You can overcome it. And you can become your best. If you want to make a friend, be a friend. If you want to prevent bullying, look inside of yourself. Find the strength to know that better things are coming, that you can be kind, considerate, compassionate, and that you can do something wonderful. I believe in you.